The Texas Tech Red Raiders are visiting the Houston Cougars. Now, in-state rivalry kind of game. I mean, Texas schools always play each other really tough. Both teams are undefeated. They're both 4-0, but Texas Tech is currently ranked number 11 in the nation. Houston's not ranked at all. Both of them have got a similar game, or they've played against the same team, which is Oregon State. Texas Tech beat them 45-14. Wasn't even a contest. It was a overtime game for Houston, 27-24. So you can already see where this is going. I mean, both these teams, Texas Tech took Arkansas Pine Bluff and just FCS school handed them the loss. Kent State handed them the loss. Oregon State, of course. Utah, though, was a surprise for Texas Tech. Them going to Utah and beating them the way that they did, that was showing how powerful they are. Now, Houston, Stephen F. Austin, FCS school, 27-0. Rice, 35-9. And they went to Rice for this game. Rice is, it is what it is. They're 3-2, so I mean they are a winning program. They can say that they beat a winning school, but they beat Louisiana, Prairie View, A&M, and Charlotte. And okay, they barely lost to Navy by 6. Um, and then Colorado, that one was actually a fun game to watch. And then the Oregon State game. So Joey McGuire has done really good with his Red Raiders. He's 27-16. His first job as a head coach of a college team. He was at Baylor for several years before he took on Texas Tech, and he's done good there. This season, though, with the money that's being spent there, well, you know. And Willie Fritz, you know, here's a guy who's used to winning. 216 wins, 124 losses. He had a disappointing season last year at Houston. He's rebuilding this program. This is a guy that's used to winning conference titles. This is a guy that's used to winning divisional titles. He's done some things in college football, and Houston wants to see that. Houston, and they've got Connor Wegman. So let's take a look at these two teams. Also, if you like college football, if you like college sports, hit like, hit subscribe, and we're going to cover them. Here we go.
Hey folks, this is Paul with Redneck Sports. I want to thank you for viewing my video, and I want to give you one thought process. There was a famous coach at the University of Tennessee by the name of General Robert Neyland. He had 6 maxims, but number 2 maxim is what everybody should apply to their life. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That's how to live your life right there.
Now, Texas Tech is visiting, so we're going to cover them first. Behren Morton, a name that a lot of people have been talking about. He is 69 of 100, 69%, 1,065 through the air, 11 touchdowns. He does have 3 picks, though, and he's only been sacked 3 times. Willie Hammond, his backup's thrown 4 touchdowns, and Mitch Griffiths has been able to get in there as QB3 and thrown a touchdown. Cameron Dickey, 50 carries, 232 yards, 6 touchdowns on the ground. Kobe Williams, 39 for 201, 2 touchdowns. Will Hammond, their QB2, rushed 15 times and has 2 touchdowns. So 10 touchdowns on the ground, that's pretty impressive. Especially only 232 yards. It's, but 6 touchdowns. They know when to give him the ball at the right time. Now, they haven't, Will Hammond's got a 64-yarder. That shows that he's going to be interesting to watch from here on out. Receiving wise, Coy Egan, 14 catches, 260 yards, 42-yard long, 3 touchdowns. Terrence Carter Jr., 17 catches, 243 yards, 50-yard long run, and 4 touchdowns. Caleb Douglas got a touchdown. Jacoby Williams, the running backs, got a touchdown through the air. Reggie Burgess, 17 catches, 207 yards, but 4 touchdowns. Bryson Jones got 2 touchdowns. Leighton Stone's got a touchdown. So 16 in the air, 10 on the ground. So 26 touchdowns that way. On defense, they got 10 sacks, 14 pass deflections, 6 interceptions, and return one of those interceptions for a touchdown. 4 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries. And let's talk about this for a second. Penalties. This is one of their few weaknesses. 37 penalties, 317 yards. They're averaging 79 yards per penalty, or per game in penalty yards. But they do have some good dudes when it comes to defense. Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker, 28 tackles, 1 pass deflection, 1 interception. John Curry, another linebacker, 22 tackles and a pass deflection. Ben Roberts, 20 tackles, got 3 pass deflections. You're not hearing safeties. They're winning this at the line. The offensive line, only 3 sacks, considering who they've played. Behren Morton is getting the time to do what he needs to do, and he's doing it. Now, he's -3 on rushing yards. He's only carried it 11 times, though, so he's a pocket passer kind of dude. But Will Hammond, hey, if something was to happen to Behren Morton, Will Hammond's looking like somebody that can take over. Now, they've got 4 interceptions between the 2 of them, but 16 touchdowns through the air, only been sacked 3 times. And then you take in this rushing 818 yards on the ground, 10 touchdowns. Yeah, this is a good offense, well worth the money. This defense knows what it's doing, knows how to get to the opposing quarterback, and knows how to break up passes if you want to go to the passing game. So they're covering it on both sides of the ball. They know that they have to win at the line. They know that they have to score. And dear Lord, are they doing it? Now, mind you, they've had Kent State, Oregon State, and Arkansas Pine Bluff, but they were still able to do all this against Utah. Yeah, this is a very good team. Now, Houston Cougars. Now, Connor Wegman is 65 of 106, 61.3% passing. He's only got 839 yards through the air, only got 6 touchdowns, and he's got an interception. He's also been sacked 9 times. So he's getting a little over 2 sacks per game. So going up against a good defense, not a good look. Dean Connors, leading rusher, he's got 67 carries, 324 yards, 3 touchdowns. Connor Wegman, 40 carries, 141 yards, 4 touchdowns. So Connor Wegman can do both, but with that offensive line, he's not getting the time that he needs, and they've only got 7 touchdowns on the ground. Not necessarily a good thing. This offensive line needs to bow up a little bit to be able to handle a Texas Tech. Receiving, Steven Johnson's 8 catches, 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tanner Kazoil has got 23 catches, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns. Amari Thomas has got a touchdown. Jamarian Burnett's got a touchdown. It's not very good at scoring. 6 touchdowns through the air, 7 on the ground. Considering who they've played, Oregon State, Colorado, Rice, Stephen F. Austin, this offense is not lighting them up like you would think that they would have to do. Connor Wegman's having to take a lot on himself in this game, or in these games. Now, on defense, They've only got 9 sacks. Okay, 2 sacks per game, but a little over 2 sacks per game. Trading sack for sack is not a good look. 15 pass deflections, 5 interceptions. One has been taken back for a touchdown. 7 forced fumbles, only 1 fumble recovery. But they're at least forcing the fumbles. They need to be able to get to. They're going to have a hard time going up against an offensive line that is winning it, but they're able to break up passes. That's a good sign. Carlos Allen is got 30 tackles, got 1 pass deflection. Jalen Garner's got 28 tackles. Sion Botu, sorry, 25 tackles, half a sack. They're not getting into the secondary for the tackling. They've got guys like Tanner Kazoil has got a 50-yarder. Steven Johnson's got a 74-yarder. They got guys that can do things. Dean Connor's got a 54-yarder. Connor Wakeman's got a 49-yarder. When they get the time, when they get to where they need to do, they know how to get the ball down. Now, here's a good thing for them. 22 penalties, 183 yards, 45 yards per game. They are at least disciplined. Connor Wakeman knows what he's doing. I'm looking at this. This offensive line, though, they're not winning on the line like they need to. Even though they are getting some tackles, they're at least being able to break up the pass game. So, they've got their positives, they've got their negatives. Look, no matter how you look at these numbers, Houston's going to have a tough time, even though they are going to be at home. I'm looking at this and I'm saying that this is a Red Raiders win. Red Raiders already know how to go into a tough environment and win because what they did at Utah. Houston just doesn't have a defensive or offensive line that can do what it needs to do. Houston is way too dynamic. I mean, Texas Tech is way too dynamic. I keep mixing teams up. Baron Morton knows what he needs to do, and Will Hammond can come in there and do whatever he needs to do. Coy Eakin, Cameron Dickey, both of them, very talented. I just think that Texas Tech has spent the right money at the right places, and they're going to win just because of the dollar signs. This is a team that, honestly, you can't see that many weaknesses. I mean, maybe they need better teams to go up against to see weaknesses, but I don't think Houston's going to present enough of a challenge in any way, shape, or form. And everybody keeps talking about they spend a lot of money, but you take a look at Baron Morton was developed at Texas Tech. Cameron Dickey developed at Texas Tech. Let me take a quick look at Coy Eakin. Eakin developed at Texas Tech. So everybody keeps talking about all the money spent, but these dudes a lot of their big name dudes were developed at Texas Tech. So this is a program that, even with a lot of money thrown in there, I mean, you've got Bryce Pollock, defensive back, 3 interceptions. This is a team that's developed itself at home, brought in the people to cover what they need to. Well, now, Bryce Pollock was Mississippi State. Jacob Rodriguez was originally UVA, but has spent this is his 4th year at Texas Tech. So, yeah, that money was spent to just heighten what was already there. So, yeah, this is going to be a Red Raiders win, more than likely. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.
I want to thank you for watching my video. And if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, and comment. Y'all have a good day now.